Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. Oh my goodness, I love watching the left. I love watching them squirm. We're going to talk a lot more about the exuberance these people have felt over the Flynn investigation and how it's gone over. Let me just tell you, you're going to have a lot of laughs over the next 7 years, and then even going forward. Because the one thing that I think Donald Trump will do that I can't see other people doing, I don't think other presidents have done this to the degree that Donald Trump will do it. I think Trump will start handpicking successors for himself after the fact. I think he'll say something like, as it gets closer to the end of his term, he will start to tout people that helped him, that got it, that understand this is the way you have to go about this. You better be fearless in your defending of whatever it is that you want. And let me tell you something else you're going to watch. You're going to watch these guys start to tweet. You're going to watch them start their now Ted Cruz is already doing it. Ted Cruz got it right after President Trump beat everybody and started making friends. Ted Cruz started using Twitter that way. I don't know who's going to do it, but I'm going to tell you, whoever's going to be the follow-on to President Trump, and it won't be a leftist, is going to be somebody who gets the social media aspect of what Donald Trump does and starts mimicking his style. They're going to get away from this politics as usual thing. They're going to start speaking in plain talk, and they're actually going to reference him. They're going to say things like, if there's anything that I learned over the last 8 years, is how the American people no longer want politics to be about speeches and pretty talk and all that. They want reality. They want you to be real. And I'm going to certainly take that lesson from our predecessor who has left us with an amazing economy, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to start extolling his virtues. And whoever does that is going to be the next president of the United States after Trump's second term. It's that simple. Now, I've already called it. I'm telling you, watch for the signs. Watch as people start to tweet. Watch as they start to attack the naysayers. Watch as they quit running from attackers, and backtracking on things and saying, yeah, I said that, and moving on and being more bold. And you watch yourself. You watch the conservative movement over the next 7 years as they migrate into that point of strength from a point of weakness, no longer taking this, the punches from the left. Oh, yeah, look at Donald Trump. He's under investigation. Let me tell you, the first thing that I said, and they said, oh, Flynn's going to testify. I went, so what? Big deal. What's he going to say that's going to come? What's going to come out of that man's mouth that's going to be more of an indictment of Donald Trump than anything that we already know about Hillary Clinton, or know about Barack Obama, or know about Bill Clinton, or know about Loretta Lynch and Susan Rice and Valerie Jarrett and John Podesta and all the other crooks on their side? What could he possibly say that's going to make me go, oh, he called a meeting with Russia? Well, geez, look at what he did. So that supersedes selling 20% of our uranium to Russia, cutting yourself $143 million deal to your foundation, $20 million to your compadre, John Podesta, and we're supposed to look the other way? Oh, I get it. Yeah, sure, I see. I see how that influenced the election and how he got elected, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there was nothing Flynn could say. And let me tell you, the unflinching conservatism is what you're hopefully being taught. Think of it as friendship. You've got friends. So something happens in your life. You get accused of something. And your friends go, oh, well, that's what Kev. I kind of knew him. It wasn't like we were friends. And you're staying over at my house every other weekend and hanging out at the pool and eating my food and stuff. I have a little bit of do I know him? Yeah, of course I know the man. But it's not like, really? Is that your friend? So I become embroiled in some controversy and you go, well, I don't know. Or you go, you know what? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Until you give me something more, I'm not believing that. I know the guy. Because let me tell you what I would do as a friend. I'd call you up and I go, look, this is what's happening, and this part of it's true, this part of it's not. Whatever. Because I'm not going to let you have to hang on to friendship. But I wouldn't anticipate you leaving me as a friend. If my friends get into trouble, Kevin, listen, look, I can tell you a couple of stories about that. I won't, but somebody calls you up and says, look, man, here's what you're going to hear. And I'm going to tell you something. This is the truth. And I go, wow, man, it's so sad to hear that. What made you go that route? Well, man, I got a little desperate here, whatever. All right, man. Well, let me know what we can do to help. We'll be praying for you. That's what I'd say. I wouldn't be like, oh, dude, I got to disavow you. And, how am I going to tell people I know you now? I got my reputation here. So think about what is the definition of a friend. The media is fake. These people are frauds. And the minute Mike Flynn Mike Flynn's going to testify, people are freaking out. What are they going to say? If there's something, is it going to make me have to disavow Trump? Really? So your stock market is up 30%. You just bought a fatter house, got a better job. Mama's moved back in, and the dog even likes you now, and you're ready to dump the dude. Are you people out of your mind? I mean, come on. Wake up to what's going on in the world around you, all the fake crap that's out there, and learn to put a little bit of trust in a guy who's been nothing but upfront with you. Donald Trump is a socialist. He's just like the Democrats. He spends more money on Democrats. No, he doesn't. Told you that. He says, no, I give money to people, the mayors of these cities where I got to do work. Yeah, but I've been donating to Republicans. Donald Trump is a womanizer. Donald Trump is a racist. Donald Trump is this. And every time Donald Trump's like, whatever, shut up. And y'all, many people out there, conservatives, ready to go for it. The minute the left says it, the minute that they feel like, oh, it's too controversial for me to stay with him, the dude tells you the truth. I remember when he said look, I'm not pro-abortion, I'm pro-choice, but look, it's not my choice, but I don't want women to have abortions. He said that. I watched him say that, and people are, he's completely this, that. And what did he do? He gets into office, and he's been the most pro-life president to date. He told you every single thing he was going to do, and for the most part, he's executed against it. The only thing that he didn't do right away was indict Hillary Clinton. But guess what? In its own strange way, it's all coming back around. How about we grow up, grow a pair, man up? Yeah, I said it. I'm telling women too, man up. Understand what we're up against and stop looking to run for the hills every time something comes up. Because you know what happens? It always invariably ends up hurting the Democrats. Right now, these guys are chasing their tails on a Russian witch hunt. And right now, and Mueller is in bigger trouble than it ever before. There is no reason why Mueller should still be on this case. And Trump's just saying, let him go. If he doesn't want to recuse himself, watch what happens. You think this man is stupid? He knows this thing is going to circle right back around on Mueller. It's already got one of his guys, Peter Zorzak or whatever. I don't know the guy's name, but he's an FBI agent who Mueller had to fire. It got one of their journalists. Do you think there aren't others? What did this Russia story do? CNN had to fire 2 people because they were creating a narrative. How many others do we know about? All this, the talk of sexual assault and all that. Who's the fodder? Who's right now engaged to be fired over all this stuff? John Conyers? Grijalva? There's another guy, I can't remember his name, a Hispanic dude, Al Franken, and there will be others. And when they release this report, there will be more. Hollywood, taking a hit. Every one of these Holly weirdos, that complete, avowed, unadulterated leftists are in the crosshairs. And you know who's right there with them? Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, all these leftist politicians. And you think Trump's worried? And now we got Bill Clinton. He's not only embroiled in sex scandals on Epstein's private plane and how many trips did he actually make on a Air blank one and all kinds of other stuff. He's back in the news on that. He's back in the news because the real investigation around the tarmac meeting proves that Bill Clinton ambushed Loretta Lynch on the tarmac at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport so that he could put her on the hot seat. We're going to go into that in a minute. I'm going to give you a little bit of it now, but they said that Lynch sweated when Bill Clinton entered her plane. And she had a reason to. Because aside from the potential for sexual assault, Bill Clinton was there for answers. And to influence her as a former president, that's still a pretty big deal. Not to mention he's a Clinton, and they will kill you. So we're going to answer the questions of that when we get back.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.